What's up, guys? It's your favorite broker and host, Wayne Chappelle, and I'm back at you with another video. This is in continuation of a little mini series in regards to buyers that I'm doing, and I'm titling this video Holiday Spending Pitfalls. And this is a very important topic, right? Because we got the holidays coming up. You're going to be working with buyers, and they're going to be out there spending money. And one of the pitfalls that you need to look out for is buyers, and we already went over qualifying ratios, and we talked about pre-approvals versus, pre-qualifications, and this is critical, especially with people that are working with buyers around the holidays, because you have buyers that are out spending more money than they typically spend, throughout the rest of the year. So as you're coming into holidays and you're coming up, you're either under contract or on something, or you're about to, you're in the phase where you're putting out offers on properties that you're trying to get under contract for your buyer. And a lot of buyers, especially new home buyers, are not, aware. I mean, not saying that they all are not, but I've come across in the past where, you get a couple days from closing and you have a buyer, which I know I've had in the past, that went out and made a significant purchase, which impacted their credit score. And unfortunately, what happened is they were not able to close on the home that they wanted to close on. So I want to help you guys avoid these pitfalls, especially around the holidays, because this is the time, like I said, once again, that buyers are out spending more money than they typically do throughout the rest of the year. So in regards to holiday spending pitfalls, you want to be able to educate your buyer or buyers, however many that you're working with, on the issues of going out and overspending and how that's going to impact their credit profile. Now, being in the United States, us as Americans, we have a lot of debt that we're managing, right? We have a lot of debt that's on credit cards, and these are impacting, your scores. So in regards to your buyers that are going out there doing all this holiday shopping, as the holidays are coming up, educate your buyers on the fact that, have a budget that they're going to work with, and have your buyers speak directly to the lender that they're working with, because some buyers are just qualified by the skin of their teeth. I mean, the margins are so tight. If they go out and buy a candy bar, they're going to wind up not being able to close on their deal. So you have some buyers that have no margin of error. They have no wiggle room in regards to their credit profile. They have to keep everything, on the straight and narrow to that property closes. Otherwise, they're going to wind up where their qualifying ratios are off. And when the underwriter goes through underwriting, and we're trying to get the clear to close, and now this buyer's, qualifying ratios, the debt to income is off, and unfortunately they're not going to be able to qualify. So you might have some of these buyers that you're working with that are, real close to being unapproved, but currently they are approved. So be able to educate your buyers not to go out and make any significant purchases. Have a budget that they're working with. Hopefully that they can use cash and not credit cards. If they're going to use a debit card, that's one thing. But, if they're not going out putting high limits on their credit cards, it's going to, possibly disqualify them from being able to close on a home, or be able to, and the worst thing is to get under contract on something based off a pre-approval that you got. And now pre-approvals are usually good for 90 days. So you might have a buyer that you're working with that gets pre-approved today, and they go out over the holidays and they're spending all this money on their credit cards, and at the same time going to contract on a property that they want to purchase, and you get closer to closing where it goes through underwriting, and now it comes back that you can't get clear to close from the lender because of a situation where the buyer's finances are falling through. So you don't want this to be you, right? We, as real estate agents and real estate professionals, we work off a commission and you get paid at closing. You don't want to get to closing and not be able to get paid. And, moreover, you don't want your buyer to get to closing or get closer to closing thinking that they're going to close and they spent all this money holiday shopping and now they can't close. That would be unfortunate for you, and it would be unfortunate, for your client that you're working with. So make sure you educate them. Make sure they're staying in contact and close communication with their lender. And also make sure you're staying in close contact with their lender so that you can be abreast to anything that can potentially come up and throw a wrench in the transaction. So stay aware of what's going on this holiday season with your buyers. You don't want to wind up in pitfalls. Unfortunately, I'm speaking from experience. I have been through this several times in the holidays and outside the holidays where I was representing a buyer, and even though I educated buyers, I can't say I've done it in every occasion, but it only takes once to get burned to where you actually make sure you pass along this information and stay on top of your buyers. But I have had some where I've stayed on top of my buyers and explained to them in detail the circumstances and effects of their spending habits, and they didn't follow my advice, didn't follow the lender's advice, and we got into a situation where we couldn't close because of buyer financing. So I don't want you guys to fall in this situation. So make sure you're educating your buyers. Make sure that they're staying in contact with their lender and you're staying in contact with the lender as well. And as always, I want you guys to go out there and have a blessed day. And I almost forgot to say in my other videos, don't forget to leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd like to get your feedback. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys on the next video.